Alright guys, before jumping into the video, in my last video I said I would do a battle pass giveaway, actually two of them, one which I will be giving away in this video by the way, and the other one is already given away in the other video which I will reveal the winner of currently. Alright guys, I found this YouTube giveaway picker site from the comments, so I'm gonna be using this. I'm not sure if it even works, so this is my first time trying this out. And let me see how this works. No replies, no extra entries. Yeah, one winner. And what is this? Alright, so random names and duration 3 seconds. Let's try it out, guys. So we have 39 comments and our winner is... Oh, it starts here. Whoops. Our winner is Mr. Strange Plays 123. Wish I could join the giveaway, but there's a glitch where I cannot trade. Ooh, that's really unfortunate because I remember this comment and I commented on his. I made a reply actually, and I said, you can actually just join the giveaway because I can just give the battle pass, but unfortunately he didn't even mention his username, so unfortunately I can't actually contact him. So we will have to pick a different one, which is quite unfortunate. So sorry, man. So the next one is gonna be it. Our winner is Heavenly Demon. I don't think you wanted to participate because I don't see a Roblox username or Discord username, which was part of the requirements, guys. But alright, we have to pick another one again. Our next winner, or actually, our winner is... Oh, once again, another one. Wait. Our winner is... Alright, we got somebody, guys. Snowy Fields, you're the winner of the giveaway. I'll be contacting you after this video and I'll be giving you the battle pass. Alright guys, so the winner of the first giveaway has been decided. Now in this video there will also be a giveaway of one battle pass. The same conditions are applied, so I'll be putting up the requirements on screen right now, and guys, if you want to have the chance to win the battle pass, do the steps on screen right now. After everything has been said, thank you guys so much for your support, and let's jump right into the video. By the way guys, excuse me for yapping way too much in this video, so I'll be putting up a bunch of timelines where you guys can jump to, so yeah, enjoy it guys.
Oh my god!
What's up guys, it's Sinji and I'm back again with another Anime Last Stand video. So recently Anime Last Stand re-released Dio, so you can get him now, and I thought, why not show you guys which godly is the best.
Yeah boy.
Now, as you could see from the start of the video, it's kinda obvious that these godlies are pretty much the best units in the game. But there are clear differences even between them. So if you are only gonna look at the DPS, then yeah, I mean the video is over. It's obviously ranked in the DPS chart, but there's a lot more that we gotta look out for other than the DPS. For example, the godly buffs that we currently have and what kind of placements they are. So are they hybrid on placement or not, what their costs are, and just how expensive they are overall. I'll also be telling you guys in which situations and game modes they are best for, since they each differ.
Oh my god, who the hell cares?
But yeah, let's start the video. So we currently have 6 godlies, including the Dio, which is now not limited anymore, and we're gonna start by talking about their godly buffs. So yeah, let's go. Before we actually start ranking the godlies by their buffs and everything, I will say this video is subjective. Like every tier list, it's always subjective. It's my opinion. So yeah, let's go. So the first godly buff that I'm going to be talking about is Dio's godly buff, which is basically giving him a 30% longer time duration on stuns and time stops. Now, in my opinion, this is the worst godly buff. It's absolutely useless,
It's the biggest piece of dog shit.
and I mean, you might consider using this for like infinite runs, but honestly, I don't think this is a good godly buff in general. You're never going to be using this a lot. So the time stop effects, this one's basically useless. The 30% extra time for the stuns and stuff is it's nice, but compared to the other godly buffs, I have to rank this as the lowest one. So yeah, this is going to be our first ranking. This is the lowest of them all. So Dio's godly buff comes in 6th. Alright guys, the next godly buff that I'm going to be talking about is Ichigo's, which most of you guys would put absolutely last because it's absolutely useless, but honestly this godly buff it's useful in some situations if the stage is too hard. So yeah, but honestly it's absolutely useless compared to for example Escanor's godly buff that lasts forever. So it's like a 5% buff, absolutely worthless. But you guys can exchange these two in your list, it doesn't matter. This is the worst or second worst godly buff. Alright, so the next few godly buffs that I'm going to be talking about is the godly buff of Escanor and the godly buff of Goku. So these two might be similar, from what I've heard at least, because Goku's godly buff kind of gives like a 30% extra bonus damage to type effective enemies, but I'm not sure about that one. So you can kind of, I mean, interchange these two, but I would place Escanor higher because it's just more reliable. So yeah, Escanor has the better godly buff in my opinion. So Goku comes like 4th and Escanor is, as you know, 3rd place. Alright guys, now we have 2 godly buffs left. And this might kind of surprise you guys, but most of you guys would actually place Escanor as the number 1 godly buff. So but this is my list, so I'll be telling you guys why these two have a better buff than Escanor. So in 2nd place is Jin Mori, and I'm not gonna lie guys, he has an insane godly buff if you guys use it correctly. So I'll be showing you guys a clip later of me using this godly, and actually I'll be showing it right on screen right now. So alright guys, I'll be doing a quick showcase of Jin Mori's godly buff just to show how great it is. So I'll be testing it with Ichigo and Goku Black. So I'm gonna be placing Ichigo and he comes in at a 4 million damage over time. So this is with a S stat, so yeah. I also have a soul on him just to show his potential, so we'll be upgrading him to 7.71 million. This is the damage number that we are going to be looking at. So this is Black Flames, by the way. 12.5, 51 million, 59, 64, 67, 73, 87, 160, 205, 273, and we're gonna end up with a damage number of 700 million.
Oh my.
Isn't that just insane? 800 million damage combined. And this is crit range skill tree, guys. I didn't even apply the damage skill tree to this, so it's gonna be even a higher number than this. This is just absolutely insane. And for Goku Black, we'll do the same. So we'll skip straight to his end phase. And he's gonna be doing 150 million. Oh my god. That's a huge damage increase. So yeah guys, he's basically the Escanor. This is gonna be the Escanor buff, but basically for damage over time characters and then more damage. So the thing that makes this godly buff so great is because damage over time effects are actually, they usually have a much higher damage number. For example, Black Flames is like, I'm not sure, like 7. I mean, if we're gonna be 7 times the normal damage of this, but it takes time to tick, of course, but it's actually not 7 times, it's like 5 times. But then this one boosts that percentage by 35% while it's already boosted by the base damage. So it's an even bigger increase than Escanor's 20%. So it's actually just increase upon increase equals broken godly buff, guys. Broken godly buff. Alright guys, just to show you even more how insane Jim Mori's godly buff is, this is Ichigo without Jim Mori's godly buff, and it's, I mean, it's a lot, but it's still missing like almost 200 million damage over time. So yeah, that's quite crazy. Now, even though Jim Mori's godly buff is so crazy, I'm still placing Sukuna as the #1 godly buff character. So why am I doing that, you guys might ask? Well, this is always subjective. So the first thing is, I macro a lot. And a lot of things like Halloween raids and stuff like that, they are just not possible without Sukuna. So that's the main reason. He has the absolute best godly buff for macroing. For example, in Elemental Caverns, the map is huge. Who are you gonna use? Use Sukuna's godly buff, which boosts the range like crazy. So for example, in my last video with Jim Mori and the Elemental Cavern, if I didn't use Sukuna's godly buff, you wouldn't be covering the whole map like that so easily. So yeah, this is why Sukuna has the best godly buff. Now this is not universal, but I would consider Sukuna's godly buff as a higher value than Escanor's damage buff. Now, for example, in shorter maps, of course, if you don't need the range and you can insta-kill the enemies, use Escanor because, yeah, more damage, shorter range. Sukuna's buff doesn't do that much. But in more difficult maps and you want to macro it or beat it more easily, use Sukuna's godly buff. It buffs things like Gojo's Infinity and stuff like that. So it's just so useful. The value that you get from it is insane. So yeah, Sukuna comes in at #1 as the godly buff.
That's why he's the GOAT! The GOAT!
Alright guys, now that we have the rankings covered of the godly buffs, I'll be listing them right here and giving them each a score from 6 to 1, with 6 being the highest and 1 being the lowest. So now that we got that covered, let's move on. Alright guys, let's move on to talking about the placement costs of the godly. So I'll be a bit more in depth of why the rankings are gonna be like. So first of all, there's one unit that I won't talk about because it's obvious that he's #1. Ichigo. He's absolutely #1, the best starter godly in my opinion. He places at like 650 to place down, has insane damage, is very great, and yeah, it's just that simple. His value is just way too high. So the next one that I'm going to talk about is Pride. I would place him at 2nd or 3rd just because he has insane damage on placement, especially with his buff till like 15 waves. Insane character. 3rd or 2nd is also Jim Mori. He gets an upgrade at like at upgrade 3 he becomes like full AoE, insane value, 2k to place down. I mean, insane character, the strongest DPS character currently. So yeah, crazy. Now for 4th, 5th and 6th place, it gets a bit difficult. For example, Sukuna I would have placed absolutely at 6th place if he didn't get buffed. He was first only ground unit when you placed him down. So they made him hybrid and they buffed his damage by a lot. Actually, Sukuna is an interesting character because he got buffed a lot. I wouldn't even have used Sukuna in the past just because of the fact that he's not hybrid on placement. Now he is hybrid, so these 3 characters, you could say that they're all interchangeable, but for cost value, I'll be giving Goku 4th place, Dio 5th place or 6th place because he is actually a full AoE character on placement. So see what you want to say, 1.5k, 5k, 3.5k. So Sukuna, I'll be placing him in 5th place, and Dio, yeah, he just gets 6th place, man. I don't care. He's 6th place. So that's gonna be the ranking for the placement cost and their value. This video is getting a bit too long and I'm yapping too much, guys, so let's just finish it with the AoE attack. So I'm gonna talk about which attack of the Godless is the best, which is obviously a full AoE. So Dio comes in at 1st place, Pride 2nd, both are full AoE, not bad. Jin Mori, you get 3rd place because you have 5 clones. Sukuna, half a cone, not bad, 5th place. These two, each gets 6th place because he has a line AoE attack, which is terrible actually, but yeah. Moving on. Alright guys, let's rank their damage now. So this is just basically from the DPS chart, so yeah, look on screen. This is a chart. These are their rankings for the DPS, yeah. Moving on. And guys, I won't discuss the full AoE damage because I already talked about it basically in the previous segment of their attack patterns, and no, I will not change that even though the rankings might be different. I don't care. Anyways, moving on. Now we're gonna talk about a very important aspect, and it's about their purpose and their general use case. So how often are you gonna use this unit? Dio, when the hell am I going to bring Dio in my team? He's absolutely a nightmare to max out. His last upgrade is 750k. 6th place, man. Now we have these characters over here. You're gonna be seeing more of those more often. So, Jin Mori, the newest addition. I haven't used him much, but he's absolutely busted. Definitely gonna be using him for the elemental caverns and many more macros to come. He gets, since he's new, he gets like 4th place. You know what? 4th place. Now moving on to these 4 characters over here. Goku. Oh man, guys, I'm considering these with godly buffs, by the way. Except for Dio, all of them are quite good. So Goku has been a nice character for the raid, the Christmas raid, because of his nuke, and he's a great character, by the way. But I will have to place him in 5th place, unfortunately. So we only have 2 slots. I don't use Goku a lot actually, so 5th place for me. And now we have the top 3. Ichigo, God tier for macroing, by the way. He's just a great character to have. Godly buff is terrible, but I mean, I'll be placing him in, you know what, 2nd place. And Pride, man, you know what's terrible? It's because I use Sukuna's godly buff for everything, so he's gonna be bound to be 1st place, but I never placed Sukuna because he was just terrible. But now he got buffed, so I might place him more. So you know what, 2nd place and 1st place, these 2 are interchangeable. Pride is just so good, man. You can use him for a lot. So for elemental caverns, you can use him also for the macros. He's just a great character overall. He just whips ass and everything. But yeah, 3rd place Pride and 1st place is Sukuna. I don't know why I say 2nd place just before, because I placed Ichigo in 2nd. Alright guys, just so that the video doesn't get too long, I'll just stop yapping here for a bit and I'll just show you guys the stats on screen and their points. So on screen we have the current rankings based on the points. So we have Jin Mori in 1st place, which is kind of surprising because I didn't know how the ranking will turn out, so I was just talking about this on the fly. But yeah, Jin Mori in 1st place with 22 points. Pride in 2nd place, Ichigo in 3rd. 4th is Sukuna and 5th is Goku, and Dio. Yeah, Dio gets 10 points. Yeah, maybe I'm hating a bit too much on Dio, but this is how it went. So yeah, anyways, don't forget guys, these are not definitive. Each godly has their own purpose. These are basically the best units in the whole game, so none of them are actually bad, but yeah. This is just what I thought, and actually, while not even looking at these points, what are the godlies that I just think are the best, straight up without considering all of these things? First of all, my number one goat would be Sukuna. Even though Jin Mori is actually a better godly. Like, I glaze Jin Mori a lot. He's pretty much the best unit in the game right now, but I just like Sukuna a lot, man. Sukuna first place, Jin Mori second, Pride or Ichigo in third place, interchangeable. Goku, yeah, I would place Goku over Dio. And then in last place, once again, is Dio. I'm so sorry, Dio, but you're just not my cup of tea, man. Alright guys, that's gonna be it for the video. So this is gonna be a subjective ranking, of course. Every godly has their own purpose, so you can, for example, bring Goku and Dio for their nukes and stuff, but yeah. Anyways, thank you guys for watching, and let me know in the comments down below who you guys think is the best godly. And let me also know if you guys agree with my ranking list, because yeah, I actually have two of them, and you can decide which one you pick. Like and subscribe for more.